was like a JV basketball team. He said, quote, "The analogy we use around here sometimes, and I think is accurate, is if a JV team puts on Lakers uniforms, that doesn't make them Kobe Bryant." Just how badly did President Obama underestimate the threat of ISIS?
Yesterday, I convened a meeting with my National Security Council to discuss the situation there, and this morning I received an update from my team. Over the last several days, we've seen significant gains made by ISIl. What were your other questions? Did we underestimate ISIL? I think that there is no doubt that their advance, their movement over the last several months has been more rapid than the intelligence estimates and I think the expectations of policymakers both in and outside of Iraq.
Did the president underestimate ISIS when he referred to them in an interview only a couple months ago as a JV squad and making a reference to National Basketball Association teams like the Lakers?
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought somebody might ask this question today, so I wanted to pull the transcript of the interview because it's important to understand the context in which this was delivered. So let me just read the full quote, and then we can talk about it just a little bit. The president said, quote, "I think there is a distinction between the capacity and reach of a bin Laden and a network that is actively planning major terrorist plots against the homeland versus jihadists who are engaged in various local power struggles and disputes, often sectarian." So the president was not singling out ISIL. He was talking about the very different threat that is posed by a range of extremists around the globe. Many of them do not have designs on attacking the West or attacking the United States. And that is what puts them in stark contrast to the goals and capability of the previously existing al-Qaeda core network that was led by Osama bin Laden.
Are the American people entitled to honesty from our president? Recall that during the debate leading up to Obamacare, the president repeatedly misled the people when he promised that if they liked their plans, they would be allowed to keep them. Caught in the misrepresentation, President Obama denied it at first, but ultimately was forced to admit that he, quote, should have been more clear. And here he goes again. In January, as the terror group ISIS took control of Fallujah, the president dismissed the growing threat as simply JV. That was just 8 months ago. By August, our own defense secretary described ISIS this way.
ISIL is as sophisticated and well-funded as any group that we have seen. They're beyond just a terrorist group. We must prepare for everything.
Under fire for either misstating the threat or failing to appreciate it earlier, the White House spokesman denied the facts, claiming President Obama was not talking about ISIS when he used that term JV, a dodge the Washington Post gave 4 Pinocchios. And now President Obama doubles down on the falsehood.
I wasn't specifically referring to ISIL. I've said that regionally there were a whole series of organizations that were focused primarily locally, weren't focused on the homeland.
Once again, Mr. Obama stands accused of misleading. The JV comment came in response to a reporter question from The New Yorker about the group that just took over Fallujah. That was ISIS, and the president knew it. PolitiFact reprints the entire exchange, concluding that, quote, it's clear the president was talking about ISIS. They rated his denial yesterday false. The reasons for the president's statements are anybody's guess. Who ran for re-election saying al-Qaeda was on the run. But ISIS is an al-Qaeda offshoot. Its earlier name was al-Qaeda in Iraq. Honesty on the rise of a terror group should be expected from any commander-in-chief. However, the bigger question tonight, has the president been deceiving the American people, or worse, has he been deceiving himself?